Welcome to Consumer Connection. My name is Susan Jones, Branch Manager with Fairfax County Consumer Affairs. I have with me today Jay Cole, Executive Director of the Fairfax County Park Authority. Welcome, Jay.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, it's summertime and families are outside enjoying opportunities to spend at the different parks located in Fairfax County. Today's topic is on the Park Authority, Parks, Recreation, Open Space, and Access Strategy. So, Jay, you're the Director of the Fairfax County Park Authority. Can you start by telling us a little bit about the Park Authority and what it does for the community?
Absolutely. So the Park Authority's overall mission is to enrich the quality of life for all members of our community through an enduring park system that provides a healthy environment, preserves natural and cultural heritage, offers inspiring recreational experiences, and promotes healthy lifestyles. We manage and maintain 420 park locations across more than 23,000 acres of parkland. We have over 350 playgrounds, 400 sports courts, and more than 250 fields to play on. But that's just a start. We also operate rec centers, waterfront parks, golf courses, natural, cultural, and historic sites, thousands of programs and camps, and more than 335 miles of trails.
Wow, the Park Authority sounds amazing, and I'm sure it's taken a lot of planning to build such an impressive system over the years. Now, I heard something about a new planning tool. What can you tell us about the PROSA strategy?
So first off, PROSA is an acronym for Parks, Recreation, Open Space, and Access. This is a strategy we've created that will guide us towards an improved park access for our community, park equity, and a stronger balance of park experiences countywide. We've been developing this strategy for well over a year, and put simply, it's a way for us to measure how we're serving our residents and prioritize projects. The PROSA strategy has four main components. First is improve the 10-minute walk access to FCPA parks, enhance access to complete park experiences, enrich habitat connectivity between environmental corridors, and analyze and prioritize park and recreational needs and projects with an equity lens.
So let's talk more about these components. You mentioned a 10-minute walk access to parks. What does that mean, and why is improving a walk access so important?
So walkable park access is a quality of life standard and best practice for parks across the United States. Access to parks within a 10-minute walk from your home is an essential component of a healthy community and fosters active lifestyles and helps combat social determinants of health. So the 10-minute walk metric, which is equivalent to approximately about a half a mile for an able-bodied person, is the average distance most people are willing to walk to reach a destination, a standard that helps us examine the number of opportunities and resources a person has close to home. While 52% of county residents have a Fairfax County park located within a 10-minute walk from their home, 48% do not, and we want to make sure that more of our residents can access nature and recreational experiences with fewer barriers. Improving 10-minute walk access to parks ensures that parks and green spaces are equitably located, serves all residents, and maximizes their positive impact on the overall quality of life for everyone.
So what's different about a 10-minute walk is measured now as opposed to how access to parks may have been calculated in the past?
Yeah, so when using a 10-minute walk metric, most park systems measure that distance as the crow flies, or a 10-minute walk to the park polygon. Measuring proximity does not account for barriers like large roadways or highways with limited or no pedestrian crossings, a lack of sidewalks and crosswalks, or street networks with limited connections, natural features like streams or forested area. So what we're doing is we're using a much more complex but far more accurate methodology of measuring 10-minute walk access to park entrances in a way that considers the presence of trails, sidewalks, crosswalks, etc. So this allows us to have a better account of the actual walking distance to a park, as well as allowing us to determine barriers of access.
Okay, so we've covered the 10-minute walk. How is PROSA guide features that should be in a park once you get there?
Right, so that's another very important aspect of PROSA, both measuring the access to parks as well as the access to experiences. That's what we're calling that complete park experience. So a complete park is a park that has a little something for everyone. There's something there for people from age 8 months to 80 years old. It has a really good balance of amenities and opportunities to recreate in different ways. So complete park access looks at the type of activities within parks to provide a balance of recreational activities within a community. So for instance, active recreation. We want to make sure there's experiences that encourage physical activity and play, such as using sports courts, fields, playgrounds, trails, and fitness equipment. Then there's passive or contemplative recreation. We want to make sure that there's something there for relaxation, reflection, and mindfulness. And then social gathering, such as enjoying picnic areas, community gardening, or going to an event to facilitate community interactions and connections. And last, there's natural or cultural recreational experiences that provide opportunities to connect with the outdoors and nature, as well as present day and historical heritage.
Wow, that is definitely a lot of things. I'm ready to go now.
Great.
So, how will the Park Authority apply equity lens as PROSA is developed and implemented?
So at the Park Authority, we believe that the predominant race and demographics of an area should not dictate the quality or quantity of parks in that area. To accomplish that, we're looking at two major factors as we address equity. First, we're looking at demographic and socioeconomic data to determine areas of the county with the greatest opportunity to impact the lives of our residents. In addition, we're also looking at population density. We want to make sure that we impact the most amount of people as possible in places where park space may have gaps in access or need a stronger balance of park experiences.
So going back to a bit of the other components of PROSA, why is supporting habitat connectivity important?
So it's really important. With our increasing development, it's important to connect habitats to each other to allow for the natural and free movement of animals and promote healthy terrestrial habitats. These corridors not only allow for us to properly conserve our valuable natural resources, but they also provide benefits for our residents as well. Many natural surface trail systems are along green corridors, which allow people to enjoy not only the benefits of physical activity, but also allowing them to enjoy the mental benefits of being in nature. The canopies that are created when we intentionally connect habitats help to mitigate the effects of climate change and can reduce pollution and the heat island effect that comes from increased urbanism.
Was the community involved in helping to shape the strategy?
Absolutely. Community involvement is key to everything that we do. We had one round of public engagement last fall and winter, and we're currently in the process of a second and final round of public engagement. Our first period of public engagement focused on gathering information from the public about their park experiences, access, what barriers exist that might keep people from being able to access and enjoy park and recreational experiences, and what they consider to be important to them. This time, we're giving the community an opportunity to see what we've learned so far and provide any additional insights we can consider before we complete this planning process. As always, we value the feedback we have received from all of the outreach activities that help to shape the strategy.
So let's talk about the big picture here. How will PROSA strategy be used?
It's a great question. So PROSA will be used as a data-driven approach to inform decision-making at the Park Authority. We will use PROSA to plan for improvements in our park system, such as capital projects, trail system development, park acquisitions, and park condition assessments. It will serve as a valuable measure to diagnose potential needs so that we provide precise, effective, and efficient solutions that enhance access and the overall experiences of our residents.
So what are some of the strategies that can be used to fulfill PROSA needs?
Sure. So the beauty of PROSA is that it can really help us identify what strategy is needed. The answer isn't always to purchase land and build a new park. That's actually the most expensive option. What might work is it may be adding an experience into an existing park or improving pedestrian infrastructure to allow for the safe walk to a park or adding a trailhead into a community. PROSA can help us determine the most appropriate action to produce the maximum effect with the most efficient use of our resources.
So what are the next steps for PROSA strategy after the public engagement?
So right now, we're in the final round of community engagement, and we're receiving comments and feedback from residents about what we have in the draft summary report. That process will continue through Sunday, August the 6th. Once the public comment period closes, our team will analyze the comments we've received, finalize the draft report, and then we'll go out to the Park Authority Board later this year for their review and approval.
Now, you mentioned community engagement. Can you talk about how the county residents can access this draft report and submit comments?
Absolutely. So we are inviting all county residents to visit our project website where they can review the draft report. link to the survey where they can submit their comments, and then help us spread the word to their friends and neighbors using the communications toolkit. The link is currently on the screen. We're also having one more virtual public workshop on Tuesday, July 25th at 6:30 p.m. The link for that meeting is also on our website. Or you can simply type Fairfax County PROSA into the browser search engine.
Jay, thank you so much for joining us today to share such valuable information on parks, recreation, open space, and access strategy. Now, if you have a consumer issue, you can contact us at 703-222-8435. You can like us on Facebook at Fairfax County Consumer Affairs, or you can visit our website at www.fairfaxcounty.gov/cableconsumer. Join us next month for Consumer Connection. Enjoy your weekend.